Okay, guys. I'm gonna kick it. Bam. Have you guys ever seen Degrassi High? Yes. Yes. When I was in high school, I used to have to race home because my little sisters would watch Steel Magnolias every day. So when Candy Lawrence was just doing her Steel Magnolias, like there's a deep place in my heart, and I love it, and I love it. But I also kind of hate it because every day my sisters would either watch Steel Magnolias or Fried Green Tomatoes because they're, uplifting. They're uplifting. And my dad had a weird job, so he'd always get home about the same time that like the character would be dying. So we'd all be crying. And he'd be like, "Hey, Malin, what do you cry? You know what's going to happen every time, the same thing." I'm like, "Leave me alone, I'm emotional." But when I didn't want to cry, I would watch Degrassi High because it was amazing, okay? Like Snake got Spike pregnant, and she was in high school, and then she had a baby. It was intense. And then Snake and Joey hung out together with this guy with glasses. And I thought it was kind of nerdy, but I kind of thought it was cute too. Don't tell me. And then there was a kid that had a crush on this girl, and he killed himself, and he sent her flowers, so they were delivered after he killed himself. This was heavy stuff, okay? And I loved every second of it, like Degrassi High. And the theme song wins. Wake up in the morning, feeling sad and lonely, gee, I got to go to school. Like, it's real uplifting, but really is kind of a Debbie Downer show. Loved it. Spilled a teen angst. And then one day, Joey and Snake were in the bathroom, and their nerdy friend came in, and they were like, I think buying drugs in this episode, and they exchanged money, and that's when I realized that they were Canadian. And it kind of blew my mind, okay? Kind of blew my mind. And all of a sudden, like, every time they were like, "What are you talking about?" Like, it just made sense. I was like, what? And all of a sudden, like, all those A's made sense. I was like, what? They're Canadian? What? Because I guess I had this vision in my head that Canadian people were perfect. And whoa, Degrassi High, whoa. Shattered that stereotype. Shattered it. But there's one word with Canadians that they say, even like Canadian actors, and you're always like, "You're Canadian." And anybody know that word? Sorry. Every time. They'll be like, "Look at me, I'm American sorry." And you're like, "False! No, you're not." It's always sorry. Always. So in college, my roommate was named Megan, but she was also from Canada, and that's how we bonded, was over Degrassi High. And I would sing her the song, and I'd be like, "What are you talking about?" And she'd be like, "Oh, stop." Like, whatever. And her accent was pretty thick, but I got used to it, whatever. And one time, we got mice. And my mom was over at the house, and Megan was like, "We have a moose in the house." Like, seriously, that's how she said it. And my mom, like, straight up laughed at her. Like, straight up laughed at her face. And I was like, "Ma!" And then I was like, "Ma, have you heard the way we talk?" Like, I'm straight up Midwestern, okay? And I remember when I was in voice class in college, the very first time I had to do a serious piece of soliloquy, they laughed at me, and they laughed at me hard. When I was in Bernarda Alba, I was the beggar woman, my only line, "Blessed be God." As soon as I said God, everybody laughed at me. I was like, "She is a beggar woman, she would not say God." But whatever, they weren't buying it. So I, total Midwestern accent, like, "Ma, have you heard the way we talk?" And now, ever since I've become aware that I have a Midwestern accent, I feel like I can't really make fun of Canadian people, because it's just, I don't want to be a hypocrite. But also, I've noticed, like, certain Midwestern people, it's like, "Oh my God," they move their mouth so much, and "oh my God." I work with this woman at work, and I'm like, you really don't need to move your mouth that much when you speak. Like, I'm just FYI, just saying. And really, I feel like we have to stop the hatred against the Canadians, because one day China's going to come wanting their money back, and we will have nowhere else to go, okay? And we will be knocking on our friend's door to the north, and they will be like, "Sorry, sorry." And we're like, "What are you talking about?" And they're not going to have any of it. It's going to be bad. But when I was in my early 20s, me and my friends, we were crazy, and we loved Irishmen. So we found a bar on the south side. Like, we would drive 40 miles to this bar, okay? Crazy. And we went there because A, the booze was cheap, $3 pints on Long Island. What? PJ, the bartender, had no idea how to make them. So we pretty much like, shot of that, shot of that, shot of that, shot of that, $3, yay! And one of us at least was crawling in the parking lot every night. It was amazing. It was the funnest time ever. But when it was a really crazy good night, we would do shots of Goldschlager. What? What? Because we're classy. And, that's every girl's dream, is to do a shot of Goldschlager every night. And every time we would do the shot, my friend Sabrina would be like, "Natural resources! Natural resources!" had natural resources, this cash for gold craze, people would be buying Goldschlager off the shelves. They'd be pouring it into sieves so that they could then take those gold chunks and put them in the envelope marked cash for gold and then send it away to get their gold. Who does cash for gold? Who? Who does cash for gold? Why is there a cash for gold on every single street corner? Why are you putting your gold, your precious gold that your grandma brought over, let's be real, in her butt from the old country, and now you are putting it in the mail for the post office to take? I don't even get my Entertainment Weekly sometimes, okay? They steal my Entertainment Weekly. I've had to make formal complaints, and now you're putting your gold in the mail? F you, America. These people didn't go to gold school. I'm just saying. They didn't go to gold school. It fills me with the rage, you guys. It really... Do like Ron Swanson, just bury your gold, leave it there, come back to it later. Just remember where it is. And I have one thing to leave you with. As you know, I am filled with rage, and it's cash for gold. I cannot let go of this cash for gold. Goo, goo. Okay, so let go, let God. I have a demon nerd that lives inside of me, and there is a particular gentleman that I would like to tip my hat off to, and I just, it's bad. So I thought of the perfect thing to say to him, and I just want to test it out on you guys. So, oh, God. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Get up on this! Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Get up on this. I don't know. I'm gonna work on it. Okay, thank you.